Welcome to Wine Library TV. My name is Gary Vaynerchuk.
Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. It is a glorious Tuesday in December here. Playoff beard still intact. That's right, we're going to get it Rumpelstiltskin style, hopefully, because the Jets are not going to lose. We're going to bring out the hammer next week, and we're going to take down the lowly Raiders, and your New York Jets are going to the playoffs. Anybody watching in Indiana, I have a feeling I'm coming for the weekend. Please, let's set up a tasting for that Saturday night, unless we're playing that Saturday night, maybe that Friday night. So please start emailing me about that, because I believe we're going on the road. So, what I want to do today is I want to educate a little bit. You know, we're going to have a little fun. We're going to mix it up, talk about different things. We're going to talk about Cahors from the southwest of France. Great little town from 1 BC. You know, it's a newcomer to the world. And they make a wonderful wine in that region, and mainly the wine is made of Malbec. Now, we've been talking a lot about Malbec because Argentinian Malbec has been really hot and very successful, and something that a lot of the ones that have been on the show have done well, and a lot of comments in the forums. And, you know, so it's been a topic of conversation. I think Malbec's on a roll. And we can't talk about Malbec without talking about Cahors. Now, in Cahors, we have to talk about the rules. First and foremost, there are 3 grape varietals in the Cahors: Malbec, Merlot, and your friend and mine, Tannat. Tannat is a very interesting grape, and we'll definitely talk more about that in the future. But the rule is every Cahors has to be at least 70% Malbec. Now, Cahors is surrounded by the River Lot and is a very interesting place. The cuisine is very much up my style. Lots of snails, pâtés, ducks, and all that good jazz. And the wines tend to be very robust, very in your face. We're started late today so we can give these wines a lot of breathing time. And so these wines have been open for about 3-4 hours. So they're opening up nicely, but they're still very young. These are long-aged wines. Most Cahors, even the ones that are $10, $15, tend to age for about 10 to 15 years with ease. At least I think so. A lot of people like to go the 5-10 range, but I've drank some great inexpensive Cahors that's from the early 80s and still standing up tremendously. So that's what we're going to get into today, and we're going to taste those in a minute. And obviously, if you've never had a Cahors, you're going to need to go out right now, drive out to your local store, and pick one up immediately, if not sooner. What else? I want to thank everybody for all their participation in the forums. A lot of you signed up. There's a new section called Introduce Yourself, which I really like. As a matter of fact, after I'm done taping this, I'm going to go over talk to the forum guys and have them move that up. That's a lot of fun. Everybody gets to interact. A lot of good content going on there. A lot of discussion. Lurkers. You know, you had your holiday now. Maybe you're in a holiday mood to come out and say hello. I always appreciate a lurker coming and say hello. I met a couple on the floor this holiday season. Thank you for that. Thank you for all the cards, the e-cards, and some of the gifts. Everybody's being extremely nice to me. I appreciate that. And obviously we're on our way to 2007. And the playoff beard is still intact. Here we go. Clos Le Coutale, 2004, Cahors. This is 80% Malbec, 20% Merlot, $9 US, or as I like to say, bones. So now let's talk about this. 4,500 hectares are planted in the Cahors, which is, they've got about 12,000 hectares available for planting. So this is an area I believe will really grow in the next 5 to 10 years. These wines are well priced in my opinion because a lot of people still don't know about them, and we know what America's all about. It's all about marketing and brand perception, and so we're able to steal these wines, folks, still. I mean, this is a $9 wine brought in by Kermit Lynch, who is a tremendous, I mean, spectacular importer of high-quality wines from all over the world, especially in the southwest of France and in the Rhone. He's a really legendary guy. If you don't know who Kermit Lynch is, definitely go to Yahoo or Google, search him up, and I think you will be impressed with this guy's direction, thought process, and he's definitely an inspiration to the industry. So anyway, let's give this a whirl. It's got some very nice color. Very dark. Again, 80 Malbec, 20 Merlot. Now, these wines tend not to be as much as the New World fruit as the Southern Hemisphere Argentinian Malbecs, so these are nice alternatives. We're getting some really nice dill on the nose. I'm getting a little bit of a pepper, a little leather box, and a little bit of a little hint of black pepper as well. Really nice. Very earthy, but a little bit of strawberry, sour cherry on the nose as well. Screw the strawberry. Not strawberry. More sour cherry. I meant scratch. Sorry. Still in football mode mouth. Now, before I taste this wine, I do want to take a little credit for putting up Leon Washington's jersey a few weeks back, saying he'd be a superstar. If you didn't watch last night, he tore it up. The kid's a star. LJ. LJ, baby. You got to do that every time. LJ, that's for Leon Johnson, not Leon Washington. I screwed that up pretty good there. I'm sad. Let's taste wine. Let's stay focused, maybe, so I don't have to embarrass myself. Wow, a lot of strawberry kicking in, a lot of strawberry jam as I'm tasting this wine. So much that you saw that I even had a comment about it before really finishing this off. Tons of strawberry jam, really quite spicy on the finish. Little even a hint of jalapeno pepper, and we know we've tasted that before. Little heat coming through, a little bit more than I'd like to see, and only 12.5, which means the fruit's really not coming to the forefront as much as it should. Getting a little bit of bark mixed in with some ants in there. But it's a nice round wine. It's a little disjointed on the finish. It's a really solid bottle of wine for $9 and a great entry into Cahors. Getting a little bit of bell pepper now coming through, still on the finish. So the finish is very long. I'm impressed with the finish. It's got some really positive points and some really negative points. It really is disjointed and a little hot. It's a young wine, an 04, so I think that this will really age in the next 3 or 4 years to become a steal at $9. Right now it's about an 87-point wine, which I like it. I like it quite a bit. The pluses, the jam and the long finish are so big of a plus that it's able to propel it in my own mind in that score range. But this is a nice little bottle of wine, and definitely worth it in a great entry level. And I'm not upset with it at all. Could have been a little bit better, but it did its thing, and I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's move on. I like thanking the bottle of wine. If you've never thanked your bottle of wine, you're making a mistake. Croix de Mayne, 2002, Cahors, 85% Malbec, 15% Merlot, $10 US, and this is funny, 90 points, Wine Spectator. That's a huge score for a $10 bottle of wine, and I'm really anxious to try this. I've not had any of these 4 Cahors. I've drank a lot of Cahors in my lifetime. I'm a big Malbec fan, as you guys know, but I've not had any of these 4, because most of these have come in during this holiday season, and I've been hectic. I've been tasting for you and for me here, and that's really about it. All right, this is a much darker colored wine than the first wine, so I love the color. It's really nice. Really, really nice color, actually. Tight nose. I'm not getting a whole lot. Getting a little bit of vanilla. I'm getting also a sweaty sock aspect. I'm also getting a little bit of sour cherry. And a very, very distinct nose of tar on the nose as well. A little bit of tar, no doubt. Now remember, the big thing to remember about these wines are they are not like your counterparts from Argentina. So if you're expecting that kind of wine, you may not want to go seek these out. These are much more traditional, old world. I mean, I don't know if you can smell this. I mean, you're getting a lot of barnyard now starting to come through in the secondary aromatics. A lot of poop, a lot of dirt, all that good stuff. And that's great. I mean, I like it. This is very terroir driven on the profile in the mouth. Sour cherries probably your only fruit profile, but I'm getting a lot of bark, a lot of dirty sticks, mud, and I like it. I mean, it's very, very interesting. The 13% alcohol is unnoticeable because the flavors are dictating it, so I like the balance of that. The flavors are not as intense as maybe as I would like to see, and the body weight and the finish disappear pretty quickly, and that's the flaws of this wine. This is an 02, so it's a little bit more aged than the 04 counterpart, which is definitely probably making it more rounder and a little bit easier to drink. Yeah, But it's kind of boring, and that's bothering me. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like, it's like, I don't know, it's like when you went to school on Wednesday, October 17th, 1987. You don't remember anything about that. That's what this wine is. It's October 17th, 1987. And for me, that's a problem because there's really no memory to it. It doesn't really change my life. It's just a well-made, structured bottle of wine, but definitely not a 90-point wine. I'm going to go 87 points on this as well because you can't pan it for being boring, you know, but it's definitely not going to win a lot of dates. And so, you know, good old chap, and we're just going to move on. We're going to move on to the Chateau Lamartine Cuvee Particuliere 2003 Cahors. This is a 90% Malbec, 10% Merlot, and this is a $17 US bottle of Cahors. Now, I'm sure lots of you were watching the Jets game last night, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody jumping on to the forums, and the only reason I said that was I wanted to talk about the Jets again. And the playoff beard is still intact. I mean, is this great? All right, really, really dark color again on the Lamartine. You know, the Cuvée Particuliere, so it's the specific vineyards and grapes that they picked. Not vineyards, excuse me, vines. They really hand-selected this. This has had a lot of hype in the New York City restaurant market scene over the last couple years. I've had prior vintages. I have not had the 03, which is an exceptional vintage in the area. So I'm extremely ecstatic about trying this bottle of wine. And right off the bat, the nose is killing the other two. Now, we're in a different price category, so we're at $17, so you would hope so, and it is. It is destroying. This has got a lot going on. Much more New World. I mean, a raspberry vanilla cupcakes coming through heavy on the nose. I adore the nose. Jeez, this nose is dynamite. Black licorice, dark black raspberry extract. I mean, we're talking about thick, gooey jam. Very New World on the nose. And it's appealing. I mean, you know, it's exciting and there's a lot going on. I like it. It's good wine. This is really cool because I believe balance is the key to life. You know, yin and yang, good and bad, you got to do the right things, karma, all that good stuff. This wine, and we talk about this once in a while, is nailing it on balance of the new and the old world. To me, those are always the most exciting wines because I know I can appeal to all people with that when I'm on the floor recommending it. It's a very safe bet to recommend. Everybody's finding things they like. There's a lot of New World fruit here. Very extracted, you know, like cherry bombs, but not the things you set off, but like just like a cherry bomb in your mouth. And I really enjoy the complexity of this wine. There's a lot of black pepper. There's great undertones of vanilla and raspberry extract. Great structure on the mid palate, completely complete, well made, structure to the finish, long finish, dry, austere, complex, and will last for 10 or 15 years. All at $17, less than a $20 bill. Who's on a $20 bill? Jackson? All for less than a Jackson? Are you kidding me? This is an absolute steal and a half. This is the wine that everybody needs to seek out and try for the perfectly balanced Cahors of the new and the old world. Kudos to this wine. I'm scoring this 91 points. I really enjoy this bottle of wine. This is really good. And what this will go great with, and that's what's got me most exciting, pigs in a blanket. Get your bacon, get your little wieners out, and you have to put stop, Eric. You have to taste this wine with pigs in a blanket because this wine will go so well with bacon, mushrooms, all those interesting foods, excuse me. But if you want to mix it up and bring out a White Castle burger or a pizza, it'll also go well with this. This wine is diverse and can really form, I call it a chameleon wine, and I'm a fan of chameleon wines. Yeah, I mean, the nose is spectacular. Spectacular. Kahuna, you better order a case for the newborn coming because this wine will last for 21 years and he'll like it. All right, let's move on. Prince Probis Clos Triguedina 2003 Cahors. This is really interesting because this wine is 100% Malbec, and not only that, It is 33 US dollars, but what's really exciting about it, I believe, is that it is scored 93 points by the Wine Spectator. One of the higher rated Cahors I've seen come through the pike in a long time. And we bought it outright without even tasting it because of the score, and we knew a lot of people would be looking for it. So I'm excited to be able to try this wine and see what it's all about. Great color, also very nice. Probably not as good, though, as the Cuvee Particuliere, but actually it's very good. Very, very dark. Again, pretty darn expensive for a Cahors, so it's going to really need to pack a punch, but I think it can, or it may not. 18 months in new French oaks, so that's got a lot of oak going for it. And you can smell the oak. I mean, there's a lot of oak, and that's good. And you know who's coming out now, folks? The Oak Monster! That's right, the Oak Monster has made its appearance, and we appreciate Oak Monster. From what I've heard, the Oak Monster is a Raiders fan. And Oak Monster, just so you know, Chad's going to be throwing the lollipops right at you all day long. Big win for the Jets, 17-6, marching to Indianapolis. But back to the wine at hand, there's a good amount of oak, but that's going to make a lot of California Cabernet fans happy. And you know what? It's not too obnoxious on the nose. Okay, maybe a little, but there's a lot of oak, and that's not so bad because it's definitely mixed in with some really dark raspberry flavors and black cherry, which I don't mind. And actually maybe even a little bit of black raspberry. And let's taste it. Great. Ooh. Some boysenberry coming through. Really integrate. Actually, boysenberry wrapped in tar bubbles. That's what I'm getting out of this. And I like that. We all know I like tar. Wow. Pucker City. I mean, this wine is very dry and can easily come through. I'm on fire. Chad Pennington, baby. And easily can be put away for a long time. A lot of intensity, a lot of tannin structure coming through very nicely. The oak is going to appeal to a lot of people because actually on the nose it's heavy, but on the body it's not so much. Not so much. So wow. It's actually a very good bottle of wine as well. Also very dry. I mean, really Pucker City. This has great potential long term. Also really can be put away as well. Nice. This wine I'm going to score 91 points. I think it's really in the same category as this. Obviously, you're going to say to yourself, why buy this when this is half the price? And I don't necessarily disagree. I will tell you, though, back to Kahuna, this will probably age a little bit better. It's got a little bit more complexity on the mid-palate to finish. And it's nice to taste them side by side. Really gave me a little bit more of an opportunity to see that. Wow. I'm going to tell you something right now. I was pretty excited about doing this tasting. I really do believe Cahors is a really up-and-coming area. I really hope that you check them out because I enjoy this. Man, I'm loving WLTV. The fact that I'm able to do this and share all these different areas. I'm going to be on a real cool kick this week, I think. We're definitely going to be going into different areas like this. I think I'm going to enjoy this week. And the question of the day. Give me another cork. I want to throw another cork. That's like Jericho Cotchery. Did you see that touchdown last night? Question of the day. Oh, quickly. Somebody submitted their first entry for the t-shirt contest. Click up here. Maniac T-shirt contest 2007. Unbelievable quality. Guys, this is going to be an intense race. Who's coming to Cali with me for a weekend? We are going to rock it out like we're Kendall Jackson. All right, so the question of the day. And this is a good one. I want everybody answering this because I want a huge list of wines. I know you drank wine this weekend. What was it? You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world, aren't we? Just kidding.